in the world is that noise outside? What is homelander's face? Wait, is that recording? Oh no, I didn't. I was a little confused. And then back to the cheeks. It's looking really chopped so far. A little left. I feel like that's too fat of a face for him. Maybe I can liquefy it a little bit. Ooh, not that much. Ooh. Yeesh. I'm better off just redrawing it. I don't really like it. I need to make his eyes. Since he's looking out to the side, one of the eyes is gonna be smaller. No, not smaller, but from a different perspective. I do want to change my eyes up from how I used to do it, so maybe I should draw some eyelashes for him as well. That looks good. No, I don't like this bit. Here, it's a good spot. I have thick eyelashes. I like that. I like having like a little bit of a wobbly eye, not just straight oval. It's a bit too wobbly for me. Should be just a little bit wobbly and huge. So it looks like he has a baby bump in his eye. That looks good. We'll fix things up a bit. The right eyes, the right side is too wobbly. Oops. Looks good. I think it looks good. Just too big. I need to make it thicker to match the top. Okay, time for the other eye. I'm looking at the reference. Only a portion of his eyes showing. So I'm gonna guess the eye would end around here. Well, you can't, I guess you can't see, so I just made a mark there. Here's where his face ends. Perspective is so tough. Homelander drinking milk is smart. Ooh, I don't like the things drawing. That's not where the eyelash should go, is it? That doesn't look right. Maybe there? Eye doesn't look proportional to the other eye that much, but it looks correct in the placement. Maybe because we don't have much lash going on here. If I drew it to make more things are thicker. I still don't know that's what eyelash should go. I'm not sure. This looks good so far. Now, what would his nose look like? I'm gonna give him a bit of a big nose. A bit of a big nose compared to the normal anime nose. This is a perspective from the side. Looks cute. I like that. It's got a little cute button nose. I don't know how his mouth would be yet, because I do want to draw him drinking the milk. Also should probably turn the music down. So I don't know if this is gonna get like a copyright or what. Okay. Let's just continue with the face, because I'm not sure about the other parts yet. His eyelids. I want him to have some... You guys can't see the, like me turning my iPad, which is like bad. That's usually what I do to draw. I don't really change much except the orientation of the iPad to get better angles. Where would I start? I don't want to have super angry brows. He looks angry now. She looks content with the milk. Do you want to have a bit of a thicker brow? He's a masculine guy. And there won't be as much brow here. I feel like it's too long. Fix that a little bit. Looks good. And then we're gonna create a U shape here for in the future when we color. It's all cute moe eyes have this adorable U shape in them. And it helps me indicate where to put the coloring later. I don't feel like that's right. Alright, that looks about right. He looks so soulless right now. We drew that all in one layer. Okay, we just got a bald boy with no mouth. So I'm going to attempt to draw, what is it? This milk. It's holding his milk here. Of course, since this is more moe, it has to be a bit more chibi than normal. Oh, I feel like that's not the way a glass looks at the top. Nowhere near the reference. I think it would better start off the sides of the glass and then finish off the top. Because the sides are straight just like that. Drawing the top of the glass first, it's not going to be good for us. Alright, and then now we can draw the cap or the top of the glass. It's just gonna be a rounded edge like that. Now I had to draw his hand. I could simplify it and just draw like 4 fingers and the thumb. Because a bit of a... Let's start a new layer because hands are hard. I usually like give them like a club to start with, and then it's very easy to make fingers from there from the club. I feel like this is too big. People are just shapes after all. Okay. Looks about right. And from here, we just have to go like this. Like this. And the other fingers are going to be much shorter. So all we have to do is erase the top parts. And make these a bit more fun. I feel like that's too round. That's too sharp. And of course, we don't like the nice fix later in the line face. That's his milk. Very cute. Okay, time for the hair. He has a pushback hair. I've done pushback hair before for commissions. Basically, for pushback hair, you gotta think like their hair is like a zigzag, constantly going up and down. So you're just gonna start from their ear here, and then draw a bunch of zigzags going up. That's usually how pushback hair works, and it's very, very, very easy to draw pushback hair. You just have to follow the head pattern or head shape or whatever, and keep drawing zigzags, and when you get up here, the zigzags are gonna round out more. Well, I guess the right word is hairline. The hairline is going to round out more as you go up. But for the parts that are on the side of the head, it's going to be very zigzaggy. But it's very, very, very easy to draw when you get used to it. And I've also had experience drawing a client with pushback hair before. So you just keep following this line until you reach the other side of the head. And that's how you have the base of your zigzag. But I feel like his hairline is too far down, so we're going to erase that and start over a little bit and push his hairline back, and let it sound off the balding homelander. So we're going. His hairline is not that low in the reference either. But of course, you never have to follow your reference one-to-one. Homelander is not a cute moe anime boyo, so it's great to pick some creative liberties. And that looks much better than having a complete round shape like this. So you just follow the head shape and it should be good. Okay, let's draw his neck. Good. There we go. And then we'll give him some clothes later. That's not good. I always struggle at this point. Alright, we'll give him some. Since this is a side shot, I think his shoulder would be about here. Having good thing about perspectives is when you're drawing different perspectives, you can hide a lot. So looking at the side reference I have, I know it's like I think it's from a costume shop I got the reference from. It's a costume shop reference from the side because I have no high quality photos of Homelander from the side literally anywhere. For me, it's gonna be way bigger than what's shown on the screen because your side is gonna be small. So Homelander has a bit of a collar here. I was gonna take a bit of his neck and then go down here. He has a cape, so boom, that's Homelander body done. Even then, the focus of the drawing is on him. So let's draw the rest of his hair. Make sure the rest will be very easy because the canvas will do most of the work for you. By that I mean like the empty space, because it gets very simple after. All you have to do, and he has a bit of like a, I don't know what the word is, I don't think it's pompadour, but he has a bit of a bump. So we're gonna bump him here in the front. So it signifies he has some pushback there. Good, but not good enough, not bumpy enough for Homelander. Hello. And so, also in season 1, Homelander has a piece of hair hanging out. So we're gonna draw that in. Has one. It comes like out the front piece of his head. So right here. Well, that's true. I don't want to say it's that flat or it's droopy too much. He's gotta look a little frayed, but not too much. Oopsie. I keep making it too... I don't want to use the word... I can't even say the word. But it's very droopy. And I don't want it to be too droopy. So then... you can scream Homelander. It's still too droopy. He's starting to look like a greaser. Then we'll connect it. I want to give Homelander some juicy lips. Let's give him some lips here. He's drinking out the bottle. Not bottle, glass. Ears are always hard, so we'll draw the ear in later, or we can just do a simple shape like this. a C shape or a shape like this. C shapes are perfectly acceptable. Okay, I think this is good. Now we can go into his hair and show that it's being pushed back. So to show that, we're gonna follow the zigzag lines we drew earlier. So here, all you do is follow the line. Mine are messy, but when we get to the lining phase, it will be very polished. Because I draw in a very, like a 2 pixel, 4 pixel brush. And for the top parts, you're just gonna want to droop it to show that his hair is being pushed back. But not too much. So you just follow every zigzag line that you made. Boom, 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 boom. Looks perfect. I feel this is going good. Okay, that's his ear. So that is the sketch finished. I guess I can take an extra step here and draw the liquid in the thing, which is very easy. You just draw a disc kind of shape or oval. You just follow this, you follow the glass, and then after you draw a curve up the glass, you're going to want to finish the glass off by drawing another circle on top of it, and that creates the liquid inside the glass. Okay, so now that that is finished, your entire sketch, we've done the hardest part of drawing in this style. We're going to take a black colored, like pure black, and we're going to take a very thin brush, like very thin like this, and you're just going to follow along all the lines you made. And for me personally, I set the stabilization, motion filtering, all that to 100, so that's very easy for you to have clean line art. So you just follow. You can start from anywhere, really, it doesn't matter because all the lines are intersecting. So really, you can just start anywhere. The main important part is that the line art is thin and all that matters. Lining is very, very, very easy, this style. It can be quite fun sometimes because it's just that easy. I wish it would record me changing the perspective of my iPad, like me turning my head and stuff, but it doesn't. Just following the zigzag lines that we made earlier. It's okay if you make mistakes. You can always undo. I make a lot of mistakes in my process. That's okay. The main part is being proud of what you're trying. I usually don't record my processes from start to finish, but I think it's pretty necessary these days, I guess. The lines there are not doing his hairline any justice. You can always move on to something else if something is frustrating you during your process. It helps me to move on to something else if what I am doing doesn't exactly, you know, make me happy at the moment. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in now because I'm getting a little frustrated with the lines, because to get that really clean light art, everything's gotta line up here. And that includes the endpoint, which is the most important part. It's these little pointy edges that you have to meet. So it takes a while to be quite precise, but the line art is the easiest part, promise. So look at that. We got one eye lined. And we have his face lined as well. So with a lot of this artwork, you just want to have a bunch of pointy bits, so just remember that. Look at that. And it's really okay if you intersect any lines here, because we're making new layers constantly. And you can just erase it. Erase any intersecting lines. Let me turn down the music some more. Oh, my Streamlabs doesn't want to turn down the music. Okay, there we go. Let me pull this up on the computer. And for moe art, you want to have these very big, bulbous, thick lines. The only thick lines you're ever going to have during this is your eyes. Every other thing, I leave it all blank so I can color it in later. But you don't have to leave it blank, you can color it in now. So I can't really see what's going on here because of the face, so let me lower the opacity. Oops, I kind of drew the wrong layer. I have a line here. And again, we're going to want to point these lines. Very easy. Very easy. If it doesn't look right, it doesn't look right to me because he's looking at us from the side, so I don't know if the pointy lines would be good here. So we're going to not make it as pointed as his other side. Actually, then they messed up here. I do like the length that the eye is at, but I want this pointed than the other side. So you're just constantly, if you want to think of it, it's like snake tongues. Just create a bunch of snake tongues in your artwork. Boom! And if you still don't like it, you can always go in the coloring process and fix it up to your choice. Okie dokie. You want to get really wacky with it, while you're drawing the line, you curve your hand a little bit, and it'll make some kind of line like this. Which is something I do sometimes if I want to give my art an extra oomph. Now let's draw his eyelashes. Should probably do this on a new layer. I'm going to grab these, group them together, flatten them. I draw in a 3000 by 3000 canvas for icons, so square pictures, or bus shots are in 3000 by 3000. with 300 DPI. Look at that! What a cutie! Now, I know that looks really weird that his eyes are not colored in. Like I said, you can color them in now. I choose to leave them not colored in yet because what we're going to do later is add a clip layer. And when we color it in on that clip layer, you're going to add either the blush color or darker color so that, you know, his eyes have a little bit more dimension. So, I know a lot of people know that I have a bit of an art agreement. No, sounds like I said argument. I have an agreement to follow, so I do have to draw the eyes a certain way. But for you, you don't have the same agreements I do. Go crazy. I also cannot draw a hair vent, so Homelander can't breathe out his head. But that's okay because that kind of design does not really match Homelander anyways. I usually give... Ooh, his nose. I want it to be cute. Let me redo this. It looks good when it's in thick line art. When it's in thin line art, it doesn't look good. Art. Looks good. Okay, looks cute now. Now, for any glass, the sides are just straight lines. Then you go to the top and then you finish it off with a curve, slight curve line. Oops. And then we can draw the, I think it's called the meniscus disc. You can draw the meniscus disc here. So it's just a line like that. And then on top of here, you're just going to go from the line right here. And you're going to curve up. So you're just going to meet the lines that you made there. That was wrong. Oops, sorry. Sometimes I get line breaks because my hand is on the thing. So your lines are going to meet right there. And that would create your liquid inside the glass. And since I'm very happy with how it looks, I'm going to flatten it. And now I'm going to also bring the face to full opacity and fix this. So that his face is not in the way of the drink. Now we can turn off the sketch, see how it's looking line so far. You never had to worry if something is being covered in the drawing. You can always take it out. Like, you don't have to be too detailed with your sketch either, because if you know something is going to be covered, either because your reference shows that it's going to be covered, don't put too much detail into it, don't care about it too much. And moe fingers are very easy. Okay. They're just a bunch of circles. I'm actually going to start here because when I'm starting up there, the line is too thick. They're just like basically sausages when you're drawing moe hands. So you don't have to be too anatomically correct. They do have to have 5 fingers though. Unless, you know, maybe Homelander got his finger blasted off by a butcher. That's your headcanon. Go ahead and give him 4 fingers. But for me, my Homelander has 5 fingers. The good thing about drawing in such a thin, same line weight brush is that everything is very easy to follow or clean up or etc. because it's all the same line weight. You don't have to worry about what size do I use, etc. There you go. Remember to keep your posture in check as well. Drawing with the bad back is never any good. Me, I don't have to follow those rules, because I'm me. And then we're gonna follow the zigzag lines we made earlier. Pushback hair is very easy compared to other hairstyles because they all follow the same premise. It's just a bunch of zigzag lines, kind of like a zipper, that get more rounded out the more you go up their hair. And Homelander has a big forehead. Sorry, Anthony Starr. We love Anthony Starr here. Plays a great performance as Homelander. Now I'm getting a bit messed up here because my sketch has intersecting lines. So when you are doing this or drawing anything, I don't care if you redraw my drawing, you know, that's what this video kind of draw along, or maybe copy, I don't care. So, alright. Ooh, I messed up here. Alright, let me erase. Under your forehead's going in your forehead. There we go. He's got a bit of a dent in his head, but that's okay. This is fan art, so I'm not too worried about making it perfect. Fan art for the Anthony Starr. He'll never see this, but we will see this. You guys will see this. Not Homelander. What is this, a part? Okay, I'm fine with that being the same layer. For a lot of people, you know, you always think the sketch looks better than your drawing, but that's because of varying line weight. When you're drawing in like an anime style, like very studio anime style or moe, all the line weight is the same, so all the stuff that comes with making the drawing look good in the end, it comes in the coloring phase. Because of course you're gonna think, man, my sketch looks better than my drawing, but that's because your sketch has varying line weight. Unlike your line art, which has one line weight. Because we are drawing in the same size, same pressure, everything is completely the same. Alright, let's draw in the U. Well, I can't do my eyes as I normally do because I have an agreement to follow. You can do yours however you want. You are not restricted. And now we turn our sketch off. Oh, I forgot the bottom of his hair. What is that? Make sure all your lines, your Dawsonize are all crossed. And we finished. We have finished our drawing. So now that if you are very confident in your drawing, you're very confident in your line weight, and like your line art and stuff, not line weight, you're very confident in your line art, we are going to do something a bit, like, you know, we're going to grab every single layer here. Grab all your layers. Say goodbye to them. We're going to group them, duplicate it, and flatten it. So if you're 100% ready to move on to the next step, that's what you do. That's what I do. And you're going to make this a reference. So I'm not sure if you're using any other program, but what I use is Procreate. The reason why you put it in reference, so let's say I want the color purple. I want his hair to be purple. It will just automatically color drop onto the image. So that is why we do that. And you always want to make sure there is no opening in any of your line art, because if there's an opening, like let's say, let me copy it right here. Let's say there's an opening, small opening in his hair. Then when I select it, it will go onto his face. So make sure your line art is all one piece. Haha, the one piece. Oh, I'm sweating. I think one of my palettes has... Yep, okay. Okay, we have found a mistake here. It's okay, you can always fix it. Just grab a black color and just fill in, connect the line there. Simple. The easiest part for me is the face. We also found another problem here. It's a good thing about this process. I also realized that his face is intersecting here. No intersecting lines. They're ugly. So you get rid of it. This part is going to be filled with black later anyways, so don't worry about it too much. I say that as I'm erasing the line because it bothers me. That bothers me. Okay, yeah. Okay, good. Let's get rid of his soulless eyes first. So color drop it in with pure black. Yes, pure black. And then the sides as well. Boom, boom. He has maybe blue eyes. We're just going to go for a color here. Okay, this U will not be here for very long. If you want to do how I used to do eyes, you just connect the U down here. Just like this. And then you would fill it in with a lighter color. And you can also alpha lock it. Whoa. Now he's got cute eyes. He's no longer soulless. Homelander, when did you get a soul? Awesome. Okay. I am really tired of staring at soulless homelander, so give him some highlights here. Some big old circles. And then make it a little bit saturated, a little bit darker color. Go here, clip it, and then create a circle like that. Create a circle like that. Gaussian blur. It looks kind of cool, but that's not how his eyes look. So his eyes are finished. So we're gonna take a pale color. Blah. Pale color. I think I picked white. He is quite pale. Gaussian blur is your best friend. Well, this doesn't go all the way to his mouth. The glass. I had to fix it. My neck is starting to hurt. I don't think I can finish this in one session. Ooh! No, let's do a little shortcut here. Where you select it, move it down. Work smarter, not harder. But I don't think I could truly finish this in one session. My neck is starting to hurt. Since this is a side view, you're going to have a bit of a shadow here. I usually take the blush I was using and add a shadow there. That is a little too circular. Doesn't follow his. You want to follow the nose. And then create like a bit of a triangle thingy. And that should be it. Make sure to color it in better than I do. Only the edges should be really soft. His juicy lips. The blush is not blushing enough, so I'm going to pick an orangey color or something like that. A bit between red and orange. That's bright. I'm going to create huge circles for the side of the cheeks. Gaussian blur. I feel like I made him too pale. Is that a thing? He's too pale. He is too pale. He's absolutely too pale. Okay, let me close my screen for a second. I don't want people looking at my photo gallery, 'cause who knows what kind of crap is in there. I'm actually gonna take a picture of a old commission I did, so I'm color picking off of my own commission, okay? Okay. This is a commission I drew a while back. Ooh, this is much better. Because his skin is actually showing up. Oh, the glass! His fingers! This is why we check before we flatten. Oh, that's not his finger. You look like us. You look like us jaundice. He's yellow. It'll look better later, okay? Promise. Jaundice homelander. Oops. That would be good color for his eyebrows. Not so much the hair. He's a dirty blonde, but I want to make him how he's canonically supposed to be. So we're going to make it less saturated. Well, more saturated, I guess. I know it looks terrible now. But you just have to trust the process. Trust the process. Oops, I color picked his skin. For eye stuff like eyelid, I don't really pay attention much to it. Looks great when zooming out, that's all that matters. Everything else, you're gonna want it to be very triangular. I feel like his eye thingy isn't big enough. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to color. I want to get rid of this. Wait, is this the right line? Right brush. That's not right. Much better. That's like very thick. I like it. Much bigger. Oopsie. Oopsie. Now we're gonna color the eyelashes. You can do the hair color with like some kind of auburn brown or something like that. Just do it at the ends. Oh, he's so cute. Your eyes are really, really blue. I think that's all I'm going to work on for today of Homelander. That was like nearly a 1 hour of no rest of drawing my boy. I hope you will stay tuned for the next video.